Impressionism began in the late 800s. Instead of sticking to the classical subject matter, Impressionists preferred modernity. These artists created masterpieces that feature nature and basically the world they lived in. They practiced en plein air, which means painting in open air or outside. In 1841, an American painter named John Rad designed paint tubes in which the Impressionists used for their convenience. And because of this invention, artists got to bring their materials outside whenever they wanted to create their masterpieces.
Artwork truly have deep meaning, right, Mari? Let us show you some artworks of Impressionism.
Impression, Sunrise, painting by Claude Monet.
The term Impressionism is derived from the title of Claude Monet's painting, Impression. Soleil Levant or Impression Sunrise, Monet's Impressionism Sunrise is sometimes cited as work that gave birth to the Impressionist movement. However, by the time it was painted, Monet was in fact one of the several artists already working in the new style. What is striking about Impression Sunrise is the continuity of the color palette between sea, land, and sky. There are both in gentle blues, orange, and greens of the sunrise. The painting subject is not the city it depicts nor the anonymous boatman setting across the water, but the enveloping warmth and color of sunlight itself, or rather the impression it makes on the sense at a specific moment in time.
The Luncheon on the Grass, painting by Claude Monet.
The Luncheon on the Grass by Edward Manet in 1863 was probably the most controversial artwork of the 19th century. It caused outrage with its frank depiction of nudity in a contemporary setting and was scorned by the high-minded salon juries and middle-class audiences of the era. But it also earned Manet's fame and patronage. The paintings depict the juxtaposition of a female nude and a scantily dressed female bather on a picnic with two fully dressed men in a rural setting.
Paris Street, Rainy Day, painting by Gustave Caillebotte.
Gustave Caillebotte was one of the famous artists in the Impressionism art movement. The work of Gustave Caillebotte adheres to a distinctly realist aesthetic. It also reflects a concern with modern life that was central to Impressionism. Paris Street Rainy Day shows the tendency within Caillebotte's oeuvre. Despite these points, Caillebotte's works were influential in pushing forward the Impressionist emphasis on depicting everyday life. Indeed, despite his background, he was adept at capturing the working and psychological experiences of everyday Parisians. Not only in scenes of middle-class urban noise such as Paris Street, but also in scenes of physical labor such as his monumental 1875 painting, The Floor Scrapers.
Woman in Black at the Opera, painting by Mary Cassatt.
Cassatt's Woman in Black at the Opera is a different take on the typical representation of woman in lounge. Viewed in profile, the woman looks intently and severely through opera glasses at the stage. Her body is not offered up as the viewer cannot see her from the underneath of her black dress, and there is no visible skin, because she is represented in the profile and holds the glasses to her face. The viewer cannot get a good look at her. Instead of gracefully displaying her fan, she holds it sternly and wields it like a weapon. She is here to see the play and wants to be left alone. Behind her, men and women are using their opera glasses to gaze at one another, to poke fun at the role of the man at the opera. Cassatt has the man leaning over the balcony, comically staring at the woman in black through his glasses.
Boulevard Montmartre, Afternoon Sunlight, painting by Camille Pissarro.
Camille Pissarro's goal was to capture the true essence of the busy Parisian street. From his elevated station in the hotel, the artist could obtain a bird's eye view of the people, carriages, and events unfolding before him. Each painting depicted the scene at a different hour of the day, with a distinct atmospheric element, thereby evoking various emotional responses from different viewers. The painting's aura is one of a connectivity and a purpose. However, standing on its own, the scene emits a light sense of loneliness derived from the immensity of the city's architecture. buildings acting like an oppressive wall that surrounds tiny inhabitants. And that is Camille Pissarro's work all about.
If you want to know more about Impressionism, just keep on watching.